Welcome back. Stasa23 here, back again with some knife therapy. And today I have a whole bunch of knives laid out in front of you. So y'all strap on y'all seatbelts and get ready. Today's video is going to be my best flippers in my collection. I'm going to try to dwindle this pile down to the top 3 in my collection. And these aren't all my flippers. These are the flippers that have incredible actions in my collection, in my particular, knife. That's not saying that your knife, if you have the same exact one, has the same action. So keep that in mind. And for me, to classify it as one of my best flippers, or to be in the top 3 out of all these. These are what I'm gonna rank them on. First, it'll be the Snappiness. That's including a nice crisp detent, but not an overdone detent to where it's hard as it can be to get it out of the handle. Smoothness, drop shut. Where it falls on its own weight, or even like a nice buttery smooth drop, just to where I'm not, having to shake it down real hard. Flipper tab, that's huge for me, because an excellent flipper knife can be killed by a terrible flipper tab. And that's my opinion. It may not bother you. My hands are not like most, so an uncomfortable flipper tab is kind of, I don't know, I don't really get it. And lastly, when I get down to those top 3, everything else about the knife might play a part. But let's see, because I don't even know which one's going to be the number 1. So hope y'all enjoy this type of video. Give it a big thumbs up if you do. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. Easy as that. All right, I'm gonna start picking out. I'm gonna start going at the ones that I'm not sure if they're gonna be in that top 3. And let's see. Start it out. Well, right now I already know. Hinder XM18. It's got a nice snappy action. Let's see if I can do this underneath the camera. It's got a pretty nice fall shut action. It's definitely not lacking on the action department. But what kills this knife for me is that god-awful flipper tab. This as well have like a sharpened area right here, because that point, in my opinion, is uncomfortable. Even if you hold it back here to flip it, it's still, not the most comfortable. And I'm trying to find the best here. So I want the flipper tab that I don't even have to think about, and it's just nice and comfortable every time I flip it. So the Hinder XM18, even though I love this knife, is not going to be in my top 3. This could be way more difficult than I expected. The Wee Knives Buster. It has a phenomenal action. It's nice and drop shut. I love the aesthetics. Comfortable in hand. A lot to like about it, but the craze is to have a flipper tab that's not even there almost. And yeah, I guess that doesn't matter to me. I don't care if I have a pocket peck or whatever you want to call it in my pocket. That doesn't bother me whatsoever. I like to at least have something to grab onto, and that thing's so tiny I got to really push down on it to get a good flip. And see, I slipped off of it, and that's painful in my opinion. So the Buster is not going to make the top 3. A lot of these are pretty darn good. All right, the next is the Buck Marksman. This is the SK Blades edition. The Marksman has an effortless action, mainly because you don't have a lock bar pushing over, the tension of a lock bar pushing over to slow down the blade. You have this back strap lock or whatever it's called. So once it clears this little portion right here, it's on the bearings. And let me see if I don't want to smack into the rest, but I mean, look at that. Absolutely effortless right there. So super smooth, but for me, that jimping is a little sharp on my fingers. It's nice and fine cut, and I'm flipping it with that point. Plus, when I'm disengaging this lock, it's not the most comfortable for me, so the Marksman's gonna go away as well. Man, oh man, this is hard. We'll go to the Millet Knives Torrent. Very cool EDC knife. This is a TJ Schwartz design. Attractive, nice and snappy action. It's wearing my edge on it. Very, very smooth. I love the action on it. You can spidey flick it. It's comfortable in hand. They're packing a lot of blade for such a small handle. Great blade to handle ratio. But once again, just like on that Buster, that small flipper tab, in my opinion, in my hands, is just not comfortable. Not comfortable for me. Especially, I like to fidget with my knives, and after a while, that gets old on my fingers. Sure, I could spidey flick it, but we're trying to find the top 3 flippers. Alrighty, let's see, where do I go next? Let's go here. You got the drop links. This is Eric Oak's design. Sold by drop.com, made for him by Riot. Very, very slicey knife. Very snappy action. And I will say, every knife that I'm showing y'all today is an excellent flipper. But I mean, I'm just trying to find the best of the best out of here, so I recommend pretty much every one of these. So if you have any questions about any certain one, just ask. Love the links because it's very, very thin behind the edge. Nice deep hollow grind. I mean, you can feel it feels like paper thin right in this area right here. Got that nice crown spine. Easy access to that lock bar. Nice and snappy. And a decent fall shut action. You can use those thumb studs as well. Choke up on it. A lot to like for this knife. But that jimping is kind of sharp. It's fine, and it starts aggravating me after a while also. So that's not going to make the top 3. Now this is where it starts to get super hard because these are all pretty excellent. Let's see. Let's see how many I got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. I'd say we're going to go with the Tucson Bronc. This is the TS204 Bronc. It's a collaboration with Tepe Designs. It's a beautiful knife. You got white G10 with carbon fiber bolster in there with a red accent. Just love it. Love the clip. The action is nice. There I am. Like that blade for some detail work. Nice access to that lock bar. Nice action. I still got to do a video on this one. This is a good one, but that the way the flipper comes up a little bit, it's not hurting my hands any, but they got some better ones in this pile. So the Bronc goes away. Let's see. What next? Go with the Transient Micro by HMC Knives. Very cool little third pocket knife. That coin change pocket, whatever you want to call it. Love the way the flipper tab's set up on here. You already got it canted back that away. So you just put your finger on there and rock back. excellent action, but it's not a drop shut, and not something that bothers me, but gotta have some way to rule it out. It is a pretty nice, fun, fidgety knife because you can also spidey flick it, but the transient micro won't make it in my top 5, my top 3. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I'm interested to see what's going to make my top 10 right now. Next one is going to be the Kaiser Assassin, anodized by me. Can't really see it in this light, but very cool offering from Kaiser. Like that flipper tab, you just push down on it, it rockets out. I love that blade shape, nice and smooth, nice and drop shut smooth. You can kind of spidey flick it sometimes. Let's see, depending on how you hold it. Comfortable in hand, nice knife. I don't know why, but it's not the number one flipper out of all these. All right, let's see what's next. We'll go to the Tepe Designs Hornet. Excellent knife right here. This is the more budget-friendly version, G10 with the D2. I customized the blade. It has an awesome action, nice and comfortable, nice and slicey. It's wearing my edge. I tested the heck out of this knife, and it did phenomenal. Nice drop shut action. Sean from the owner of Tepe Designs is a very nice gut gentleman. Got that acid stone wash two-tone. Cool knife, but it has just a slight little hook on it right there that, for my hands, after a while, starts to get uncomfortable. All right, so we got 4, 8, 11. So the next one won't make it in the top 10, and this sucks because it's so hard. Yeah, these are great. All these are great flippers right here. We'll go with the Pro-Tec Malware. An overall excellent fidget knife. Excellent knife. My buddy Zelric42 designed this with his brother, both of Todd Knife and Tool. Just that futuristic design. Excellent action. It's got a nice landing pad to land on. A nice fall shut action. You can get that nice spidey flick going on. Cool little knife. Don't really have to think about it. It's canted back a little bit. It's just not as nice as the rest of these, but very darn close. Splitting hairs with this one. All right, so all 10 of these are excellent. And we're 13 minutes in. I'm about to speed this up. Let's see. We're going to go to the Drop Nurse. Love this knife. I custom anodized this. You got a nice push button action. You can light switch it, and the action is stupid smooth. I like that it's got a double deployment. You can spotty flick it, and overall, I love the knife. The detent could possibly be a little harder, and that flipper tab it's just a little. It's not as good as the rest of these. That's all I could say. So the Drop Nurse is out the picture. All right, the next one, let's go to the American Blade Works Model 1 V4. Awesome knife, absolutely love it. Love the micarta, love the S35, love the carry factor. Like the way that flipper tab's set up, where you just put your finger on it and pull back. The detent, and I know he was coming off of a softer detent that people complained about, and you know, not that this is like the detent on this is like hard to where it's like hurting my fingers, but it's not dialed in perfection like the rest. And that's going to be the story from here on out. Excellent knife all around, love it, but it's got to go. I hate doing these because it seems like when you're letting those go, they're not good knives. Anyone that made on this table, I recommend. Let's see. Okay, this was a tough one. Konig knives, mini Goblin, another aesthetically beautiful knife in my opinion. Got a great action, stupid smooth. Definitely got that fidget factor about it. Just after a while with that point right there, sometimes it can bother my finger. Not often, but you know, I'm getting real picky here now. Okay, let's see. We got 7 more to go. Hey, we'll go to the A-Purvis Blades Primordial MK1. It's either MK1 or MK2, but this was so far my favorite design of his. I got on the pre-order for his second Zerx model. Can't wait to get that. The detent is dialed in perfection. Nice and drop shut. You can spidey flick this one. You can thumb flick this one. I love that blade shape. Super comfortable in hand. Adam is excellent at designing knives. But for me, the flipper tab is just a more generic flipper tab, and it's not set up as awesome as these. Alrighty, I'm interested to see what the top 5 is gonna be. Oh man, oh man. Next one. These 6 are excellent. We'll go to the drop keen. This is a Ray Laconico design. Excellent action, nice and drop shut. And being that all these have, you know, perfect flipper tab setups to where I don't even have to think about it. No hurting at all. I'll have to let this one go because I don't like this part. The lock bar part is not super comfortable for me to disengage, so that's the only reason this one's going. Well, this is the top 5. We got 2 more to go, and I will pick an overall winner at the end, even though this is just going to make me sad. But next one, we'll go to the Matt Diskin design. Oh, man. ESK. I'm not going to lie. When I find out, I'll try to put it in the description box. But this is made for Matt by Riot. It's an integral. Still got to do a video on this one. It's one of those flipper tabs as well. You don't think about it. Pull back. It's dialed in very nicely. Once you cross that detent ball, it's fairly drop shut. For me, the only thing that's keeping this one from going any further is, once again, this area right here. It's a little thin, especially whenever I'm bearing down on it. I kind of feel that. So there she goes. No. Wow. These four right here have the smoothest action out of all the ones I've shown. Just thought I should say that. We'll go to the Tuya Knives Envy. This is a remarkable knife. The designer is crud. This is Dave. Dave Warren designed this. I'm sorry about that. This is his first design. He's now designed a second knife, and as you can see, that my left hand, super drop shut, awesome action. I think the only reason this one's gonna not be in the top three is because aesthetically it's not my favorite. Other than that, it's great. All right. These three are amazing, but only one of y'all can live on. So I would have to say the next one to go would be the Riot. I think this is a K3. It's one of the Ks with Myano that you can't see at all. It's got a flipper tab that's pointed back. Just pull back, this thing comes out like a rocket ship, and this is stupid smooth. Now this is almost too smooth. It will guillotine you if you're not paying attention, or if you let off that lock bar too fast. Very nice, big old blade. Aesthetically, it's good looking. It's a little heavy, but it is a bigger knife with a lot of titanium and a pretty thick blade. So the Riot K whatever, K3 I think, is gonna go. Oh man, and then there was two. For anybody who stuck around, let me know who won this so I know you stuck around. And let me know what you think about the winner. That's what you need to let me know down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the winner, and if that's what you would have chosen, or if you would have chosen something else. So you got the Shirogorov Neon Light. Stupid smooth. Perfect. The detent on this knife is absolutely perfect. You can't shake this knife out, but it's not super hard to break that detent. And it's even got that little flipper tab that I don't like, but it doesn't hurt because, I mean, literally it takes no effort for that to come out. And it rockets out, stupid smooth. And then you have the Pro-Tec Malibu. Mine's been used a good bit since I bought it. It's got a nice intentional flipper tab. Got that semi-flat spot that's kind of facing that way. Just pull back on that thing, and this button lock, ooh, the thing's smooth. Two different kinds of smoothness here. You got the kind that has no lock bar pushing against it once you release this button, and it just falls shut. And then you have this one that has an amazing buttery, hydraulic, whatever you want to call it, smooth action with a lock bar pushing on it. So both really cool knives. And this one's just come down to a technicality. I guess it's going to be the Pro-Tec Malibu, and the only reason I'm going there is because I prefer the flipper tab on the Malibu, because it doesn't have any kind of point going upward like that. So there you go. Pro-Tec Malibu number 1, Shiro Neon Light number 2, and I didn't see this coming, the Riot K whatever 3 number 3. So there you go. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. There will be a budget my favorite budget flippers. If y'all would like to see that, y'all let me know that as well down in the comments. And like I said, let me know what you think about my top 3 and my winner if you made it this far, so I know you made it this far. All right, guys and girls, hope everybody's having an absolute wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.